Good morning, everybody. Fixing to fire up here and do some chopping. It is wet. If the camera's picking it up or not, we got water standing everywhere. Water standing up in here. Here today I've got the Casterman TIMBERPILOT. That's the original one. And I also have here a Council Tool Jersey Baltimore, and that's the original version on a Killinger 32-inch elm handle. I want to kind of show you this Killinger handle. You see that check in the handle there? It's been there the whole time. Notice my thumb on that handle. And Mr. Killinger told me, initially I told him, I said, I'm going to review one of your handles. I ran it by him before I did it publicly, and he said, I welcome it, good or bad. Anyway, I had told him it was going to be a good one, but Mr. Killinger was good to me, and I shared this haft with him, by way of private message. And a lot of hafters are not axemen, and a lot of axemen are not hafters, but this was my haft, and of course I shared it with him as it was done, and one of my better halves in my opinion. And I'll show you the supplied wedge, and what you see here is not conventional, but I want you to see it nonetheless. And that was a supplied wedge, and this has stood for years, and you can find the playlist and kind of look at it. But also notice the belly, like I say, approximately, and you can still see the factory sand marks in this handle. Beautiful handle, and like I say, it's probably a work of art. But anyway, I can swing pretty hard, and Mr. Killinger told me, he said this handle will hold up under you, and it certainly has. And I had joked about being on the Killinger Pro staff, but at the same time I was serious, and that's a really good product. And obviously the Casterman TIMBERPILOT, we just broke the 10,000 swing milestone, if you will. And as of late, Tim Gent has revealed his largest axe buck video, over 3,000 swings on that buck, and using various axes in that footage. So we're going to get the chainmail on and start bucking up this log here. Try to get up this way, and we'll buck these limbs off and maybe do something with this stuff. Try to work our way up the log. Right up there is my last buck, right up there. I did want to draw attention to the belly of the Casterman TIMBERPILOT axe. And keep in mind that I just run over the 10,000 swing milestone. And that's about 4 days work for Mr. Gent. But anyway, and I'm sure his TIMBERPILOTs have got that or better on them. But kind of looking at the belly, you see one ding right there. One mistake in 10,000. Ain't too bad. But this handle is riven. Okay, it's not a sawn handle, it's riven, and very strong. And that's the only modification I have made to this handle, is back here on the bulb, if you will. I flattened the sides and flattened the back ever so slightly. Get that to focus for you. So again, there's some of my handle work, and obviously the grind on this one. And that's been the topic of a lot of discussion here lately with the Axes and Answered channel. Some of you are looking at that. The bust discussion. And, I'm listening and watching and supporting the fella. He's got a good attitude. And like I've said, he's an intellectual man. But just a roundabout question, you guys notice any bust on this one? And I think I've got about between 5,000 and 7,000 with little to no bust. And just stating the facts. Of course, I'm not concerned with throwing chips. This joker throws chips. It'll throw one the size of a pie plate 50 feet. Little to no bust. That's a straight grind, and I mimicked Matthew Amsball's grind. Matthew's a timber sports competitor. He was not at the time that he supplied me with that axe, but that is the Kelly Dandenong with his 20-degree grind. And I left the hammer marks from Mr. Honecker in that blade intentionally. I think they're beautiful. I did polish up on the blade a little bit, the bit, if you will. Pardon my terminology, but that's what you're seeing. That's what's throwing those chips. And I have accidentally chopped barbed wire with this thing too. I don't think Mr. Casterman knows that yet, and leather and valve grinding compound to maintain that. right here. That's one of the limbs that I just chopped. And this council tool jersey, the original, this was hand sharpened with a stone, nothing more, and maintained with leather and valve grinding compound. So we're going to chop through this. We're going to basically eviscerate this knot, and this will be buck number 20. I think that's right. 18, 19, buck number 20. Yep. One more shot will get it. Go left-handed. That came. Now some folks give this axe a bad rap, and it is a little sticky factory, but rock maple knot, and like I say, I'm a huge man with that knot. That's big as my head. Eat it up. And before Tim Gent came along, I had one of my personal records with this axe right here, hit with Kelly Dandon on. Light swings here. Big chip coming out here. Stack of chips. Big, heavy hardwood. As you can see, it's very live. Got the red in it. If you watch the initial fall interfilling video, it had red buds in it. Red buds in it when I chopped it. Big shout out to Mr. Roost, Craig Roost, and Chris Killinger. Ooh. View of that wood, maybe you can see it. bigger than both my legs combined. Side wood. I wanted the chips from that chop. Real pretty chip. Get these limbs. We talked about that in the beginning of the video. I'm going to get this one, and then we'll brush out this area where we can see up this side of the log. My feet are in close proximity to each other. I'm chopping straight down in front of me. Now, a lot of brush right here. So now, I want to come straight down right here. Left leg's out of the way, right leg's right here. And just FYI, the lumberjill chainmail, steel toes, steel cap, steel shanks. Severed. Go ahead and get this right here while I'm here. Big knot right here. zero bust TIMBERPILOT. Yep, it sticks a little. It'll eat anything in its path. Anything. twisted knot. Go ahead and sever that. Really muddy down towards the camera there. I'm going to sever it where I can roll it. Had to get the timber jack to roll that. So Tim Gent, most of his videos, you don't cut them. You don't see the water breaks. You don't see the setting down. My stuff is cut. I've got water breaks and I've got sit down sessions. Not only is this quick first aid, it's for wiping sweat. And then once you're resting, right there keeps the deer flies and the mosquitoes from lighting on your head where you don't have to constantly swat. And then while that's going on, I'm watching ticks come up my legs. And drinking lots of water. I'll probably drink 2 gallons of water while I'm here. I'll slow-mo that. You guys saw the skip. Had I not stopped it, I would have chopped my timber jack. checking my trajectory. My chop should be. Now a power chop to sever this thing. Be on the left side of my body. My feet are relatively close together. Almost. Put these in perspective. This is big wood. Pretty big wood, relatively speaking. So here's our initial fail. This tree went way up in there, and over the past few weeks we've been bucking and dragging, and we've got all that over here now. And then of course the first windfall is this one, and this is my buck. And then shortly after that, Tim Gent posted his massive buck, and that back end of there. We'll go down in here and we'll look at this just for a second. So today we talked about the Council Tool original Baltimore Jersey rail splitter and Chris Killinger just for a few minutes. And we talked about the Casterman TIMBERPILOT, and we wound up severing this log here and bucking the sections, and we were working in this. And I assure you, it's a lot worse than it looks. It's a muddy mess. And that log went back up in through here, and we had the camera set up down in there filming back up this way. And anyway, we bucked all that and drug it out. And then here's our mountain of axe chips. That stump is about 4 feet tall. That's what we chopped today. And that is the log right cant hook with a timber jack on it. Very useful for just about anybody that does this kind of stuff. Let's look at our bucks today. Before we get up there to them, I want you to see that muddy mess. It's a mess. We've got a bunch of rain here lately. All right, so here's our bucks. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm not seeing 23. I've got 24 and 25 here. I don't know where 23 got to. But anyway, that's what we done today. So here's another view. That's my pinky versus a Killinger handle. And there it is next to a Casterman. Now don't misunderstand me. I like them both. I like a handle that I can turn it loose with and not worry about breaking and yank it from the wood if I'm strong enough. But I also like these whips. Love the Killinger handle. Absolutely awesome.